Veronica, and I am with Chasing Sunshine by Veronica. Tonight we're going to be going over a few techniques on how to dry brush with DIY clay-based paint. I previously brushed old school on this. It's actually a picture frame, and I used some baking soda and sea salt to make it a texturized finish. And now we're going to go over it with White Swan DIY clay-based paint and do a dry brushing technique. I'm super excited because I found this cool little brush at the Hobby Lobby, and it's called the Show Off brush. It's $2.99, super inexpensive, and it's got this really nice little handle here. So it's easy to hold, and it works really well for dry brushing. I actually just did this technique on the sister frame to this one. Hi, looks like I got two folks on. And I do miss Autumn. How are you, sweetheart? Yes, I did pop on. I'm just going to go over a quick little technique on how to dry brush. I found this cute little 3-inch show-off brush at the Hobby Lobby for $2.95. Um, It's a really cool little brush. It's kind of basically like a really dense chip brush. And it's really perfect for dry brushing. It doesn't got a lot of meat to it as far as this way, but it's super thick and super good. Thanks for popping on tonight. Like I said, my name is Veronica with Chasing Sunshine by Veronica. If you would like any of these paint or products that I use tonight, hop on over to our website, Chasing Sunshine by Veronica. Actually, pardon me, ChasingSunshineByV.com, and you'll find everything there. So we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to be using a White Swan DIY clay show off brush. So we're just going to jump right into it, guys, and get this party started. Okay, so this is the subject matter here. Like I said, it's a frame, and I have already previously painted it with Old School, which is also a clay, one of these DIY clay-based paint. It's a color called Old School, one of my favorite paints. And then White Swan, obviously, is another favorite of mine because I cannot stop going back to it. So when you first open your paint, sometimes you see these little chunks of paint. It's because this is actually made with true real clay. And so you're going to get you're going to get bits of chunks of clay sometimes, and that's part of the goodness of this actual paint. It's what we love. So what I like to do is just get a handy dandy flat surface, either a paper plate or something like this. Just pour out a little bit at a time, because this paint does actually thicken up over time as it's exposed to the air, because it is clay, like I said. And then I'm just gonna go in with a dry brush. This technique is actually dry brushing, so you do not want to wet your brush at all. You just want to get a little bit of paint on your brush like this, and then just get quite a bit of it off, especially this first pass over of your surface area. You want it to be pretty dry. So there we go. We're just going to jump right into it. It looks like, yep, okay. So, like I said before, this is already painted. It's completely dry, and it's got lots and lots of texture. I'm actually going to see if I can bump you guys down just a little bit here so that you can see all this goodness. So I love texture. I'm a fan of Whatchya. If you guys haven't ever seen her artwork, she is so amazing, and she is the texture / dry brush queen, and that's where I learned all my techniques from. So like I said, get it pretty dried off, and then you're going to want to go in at a horizontal motion with your brush. You don't want to go up and down, because I'm just trying to get the tips of this color on to this subject. So you just want to pass over with a light hand at first until you kind of see how much of the paint is sticking, and then you can kind of move your brush and up and down motions, or whatever the look you're going for is the way you want to hold your brush in transition. So as you go over it, you can just make that determination if you want less paint, more paint. And so the overall look that I'm going for is I do want it to look like stone, and so I don't want it to be super white, and I don't want it to be super dark gray like it is, and so kind of a happy medium. So what I first do is just go over the entire area, and I'm really disappointed because this actual picture frame was sitting over here in the corner for like a week, and it looks like it a little bit. I'm super sad about that. I don't know how I'm going to fix that, but I've got to fix it. Again, you just come in, you know, with it at the horizontal angle at first until you get it the way you want it. And then you can go in with a deep, like a, you know, more of a firm pressure if you're wanting it to be lighter, like I said. So dry brushing is basically a patience game. You really don't want to go, you want to just build layers. You don't want to come in super heavy-handed and just glob the paint on in one spot. You just want to kind of do the whole entire surface area over and over again with layers. And so you're not really seeing what I'm doing here on this board, but basically I'm just keeping this board in one hand, getting paint on, and then going back and forth, back and forth. And as I come over it, you can see just the texture, you know, popping out more and more and more as it gets lighter on the high surface areas there. And so this is a technique that, and so see how I kind of came in heavy-handed right here? I don't know if you guys can actually see that. And you can see where it's like kind of globbed on a little bit. Now, that's why you don't want to rush and you want to take your time with the layers. However, I know that I eventually want it to get at least that light all over. So it's okay, but that is a prime example of why you don't want to rush this process, why you want to take your time, and it's just have fun with it. It's art, guys. Have fun with it. Yeah, so I just wanted to pop on this evening just for a quick little minute to kind of show you guys that technique. And it just basically takes practice. This dry brushing technique, I still haven't mastered it, and I am historically an impatient person, and so the Lord only knows why I chose this to be one of my favorite techniques, but I did. It's the look, guys. It's such a gorgeous look, and I don't think you can get this look doing it any other way. Now, I could be wrong. I've got a lot to learn, but for now, this is the technique that is kind of my go-to. And I don't know if you guys can see on camera the coverage. I basically went over this whole entire surface area with the old school and the baking soda and sea salt mixture that I made one time. That was one coat. And so this technique, I feel like it takes a lot less paint actually to cover a whole entire surface area, honestly. And that I love, because this paint is like gold, guys. I do not like to waste it any way, shape, or form, except, and it's not wasting it, but when the kids, the grandbabies, like to play, and I definitely encourage them to do so, so we just use it. They painted with it this weekend and had such fun. They were just globbing it on there, and I'm thinking, ugh, there goes $1. There goes $2. I really wasn't thinking that, but it's the truth. So you can see how it looks so yummy and gorgeous, and it is just amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and take my phone off really fast so you guys could kind of see this. Oh, let me see here. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I can't really see what I'm doing here. But basically, this is how it started off. It's super, super, super textured. And then you come in and you can see how it just transitions to that beautiful, beautiful textured loveliness. And these are actually, let's see if you guys could see it, what you're seeing. This, okay. This here is an applique that I made, and it's part of the Iron Orchid design line. And I'm not sure, Italian scrolls or something like that. I'm not a retailer for them. However, my dear friend Miss Autumn is from Island Heart Vintage. So if you're interested in buying that mold, hop on over to her website and purchase it there. And we've got the paint over at Chasing Sunshine by V. And I see that I have Miss Melanie Mel from the Colored Caboose popped on. Thank you so much, sister. It's just a quick little live video. I want to go live more And so here I am. I really appreciate your guys' time, and you chase that sunshine, whatever that means for you. Thank you guys for popping on. Bye.